Hey, welcome to the Northwest Georgia football Week 9 Pick'em special. Very short schedule this week, only 14 games on tap. So we'll spend a little extra time at the end of the night, man. We'll give you some playoff predictions, what it's looking like in all our regions from single A all the way up to 7A. I'd like to thank our new partner this week, Mathewson Mini Helmets. We'll have some links in the bio and the descriptions, man. These guys do a great job putting together mini helmets. Head football coach up in Iowa, athletic director, just a great guy in general. And we'll bring more of the information to you as we get it here this week. But yeah, we're excited for the season. Excited for Week 9. Only 3 more weeks to go after this. Benton still got a 3-game lead over me. The season's getting short, man. I'm gonna have to pull some upsets this week somehow. And you guys know Benton, Chris. I mean,
I don't think there's enough upsets for me to pull to get back in the race here.
Yeah, Chris has been a big Paulding County fan this year, man. If you're in Paulding County, you need to buy Chris a cup of coffee or something, man. This fella picks Paulding County schools every week.
Yep. And this week won't be any different.
Gotcha.
All right, guys, y'all ready to roll?
Yeah, let's fire them off.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. Week 9 schedule. We will start out with Carrollton at Pebblebrook. Carrollton is a 26.5-point favorite.
Carrollton. I like Carrollton. I think Pebblebrook is going to give them a little bit of a battle. I think Pebblebrook's not a terrible team, but I like Carrollton probably a little closer than 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm going to go Carrollton. Big.
Yeah, I'm going to go Carrollton also. Put my glasses on here so I can see. But yeah, Carrollton, 26.5 sounds about right. Harrison at North Paulding, man. Surprising North Paulding team this year. 22.5-point favorites at home.
Wolfpack all the way. I like North Paulding. I like, running back and quarterback. Heck, I like the whole team. I like them to beat Harrison, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Paulding County schools. I'm going with North Paulding here.
Yeah, I agree. North Paulding all the way. Villa Rica, 4-point favorite at Mays.
I don't know a whole lot about Mays. I seen them a few years ago. This one I'm going to go with Villa Rica on the road. They're a small favorite. I think I'll take Villa Rica though.
Yeah,
you go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Wildcats also. I think if they win this game, they clinch a playoff spot. They've been playing pretty well over the last couple of weeks. I'll go Villa Rica.
Yeah, I'm going to go Villa Rica because I think they're excited to be able to clinch a playoff spot.
Big game here down in Hiram. Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, 19.5-point favorites at Hiram. And I'm sure as high school football fans, you guys know what Hiram did last Friday night.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a huge one.
39.5-point underdogs, man, pulling the upset at Calhoun. Do they have it in them again this Friday night?
I like Hiram. I like Hiram's talent. I like what they got on the team. They got a lot of skill. They got a lot of D1 talent. But I don't like them to do a big-time upset 2 weeks in a row. I think Cartersville is going to win this game on the road.
Yeah, man. I texted you last night. I've been debating this game for, all week long. I want to pick Hiram so bad. I got my hand right over the upset of the week special right now. I just want to hit it. I want to hit the button. I want to hit it. But, man, you got to go with Cartersville,
Well, hit that upset of the week button.
I'm going
with Hiram here. I think last week was just a sign of things to come. I've always liked this team, and I thought this roster was just itching to break out. And I think we saw it last Friday night. I think we could see more. So they're my pick this week.
Man, that's a strong one. I'd like to see the comments coming in on that one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Another big game in 7-5A. I mean, this could clinch a playoff spot for Dalton if they haven't already clinched one. Dalton at Cass. Dalton is a 6.5-point favorite.
Dalton at Cass. Strike up the band. I'm going with Cass in this one. I like Cass. As the underdog at home, I like Cass to beat Dalton. It'll be a close one. I think just a few points within a touchdown, probably.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit that button for me, man. I'm going to hit it. Boom. I think the Colonels, man. I think the Colonels got some momentum this week. I know you saw Jacoby White committed to Georgia.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago. I mean, they guys are rolling. I got to doing the math this week. We'll talk playoffs in a minute, but if Cass can win this game, I think they're in a good spot to clinch that number 4 spot.
I'm going to stick with Dalton. I think Jacoby White, that's a heck of a football player, a big recruit. I don't think he's the only big recruit on the field, Tyson Greenwade. I think he puts Dalton over the top here.
Calhoun looking to rebound this week at Woodlands. Calhoun 34.5-point favorite.
Yep.
I'd hate to be Woodland this week because I think Calhoun is going to be. I think I've used this same before, but a bunch of angry jackets, and I think they'll win big in this one.
Yep, Calhoun.
Yeah, you saw what happened last time they lost and were upset, and they came out to Sonoraville the next Friday night and put the hammer down. I think they're going to do the same thing this Friday night. Gilmer at Pickens. Gilmer 16.5-point favorites.
I've been on the Gilmer train all year, and I'm going to stay on it. I like Gilmer, and I think they win this game.
Yep. I'm going with Gilmer too. It's a very good football team.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bobcats also. They lost last week to Lumpkin County in the last few minutes of the game, 31-28. But I think they clinch a playoff spot also with this win Friday night.
Yeah, and thing about Gilmer, just a couple years ago, this team was back-to-back 0-10 season. So you always got to mention Paul Standard and the turnaround they've had.
Huge.
Yeah, great job he's done up there. North Murray at Fannin. North Murray, a 4.5-point favorite. The winner of this game probably clinches a playoff spot.
Yep. I'm going to Mountaineers. You know that.
In this game, I think, a lot of times you say you look at defense. I think I'm going to look at the offensive side, and I'm going to give North Murray the advantage. I think North Murray outscores Fannin and wins the game.
Yeah, if you'd asked me this question a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have had my hand over that upset button. But I think Fannin's banged up a little bit. North Murray's playing well. It's going to be hard for Fannin to keep up with them offensively. I'm going Mountaineers. Model. Surprising Model Blue Devils at Haralson County. Model 6.5-point favorites.
The 6.5. I got a lot of respect for Haralson County, but I don't know if the 6.5 is enough. I think Model wins this game by more than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Model as well. They're playing really well this season.
Yeah, if Model and North Murray can win Friday night, it sets up a battle down the road for a home playoff spot. I think Model gets it done. I think North Murray gets it done. I think we're looking forward to that Model North Murray game.
Mm-hmm.
Rockmart, 34.5 at Murray County. I guess the question here is, do they cover 34.5?
Yes, Rockmart.
I think Murray County's got some good days coming. I don't know if it'll be Friday night. I'm gonna go with Rockmart here.
Yeah, I think the key for Murray County this Friday night is stay healthy. You got a couple of big games coming up later in the season. Rockmart. Bowden and Christian Heritage, we'll save that for our game of the week. Temple on the road at number 7 Lamar County. Lamar County 29.5-point favorite.
Lamar County, that's a title contender right there. So I'm going Lamar.
I like Lamar County in the game, but I think Temple will keep it within 29.5.
Yeah, I think Temple gives them a good fight, but I like Lamar at home. Big game for Benton here, man. First time in 50 years? Chattooga Indians at Trine. Trine 34.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
I think that was.
Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
When was the last time they played? Was it 1979?
70 or 71, I think. I can't remember.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they actually put out video from the last matchup, and not great quality. That's all I can say. As far as this game goes, I think it just, I think Trine will have success running the ball. If Chattooga can and throw the ball like they did last week early against Darlington, they might can have a little success. I think Chattooga stays within the 35, but Trine's going to win the ball game.
Yeah, I'm going Trine as well.
Yeah, I like Trine. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere up there Friday night, no matter what the records are. But yeah, I like the Bulldogs at home. A big one in 7A, Coosa at Dade County. On paper, it looks like the winner of this game will be the front runner for that number 4 spot. Dade is a 27.5-point favorite.
Has Coosa or Dade played Pepperell yet?
They have not.
So this could be for number, 3.
Yep.
Dade obviously has Dade and Coosa both have a loss to Trine. So, the 27.5 I think is too much. I think Coosa is better than what the computers think. I think Dade wins the game, but I think Coosa plays them to a pretty close one.
Yeah, I'm going Dade. I think they're headed back to the playoffs, and so I'm going to Wolverines here.
I'll add one more thing before Lawrence, you put yours in. Run that quarterback, Coach.
Run that. Yeah, he tried against Trine, man. I'll give it to him. I'll give him credit.
It was very successful.
Yep. Yeah, I like Dade County. Like I said, Coosa will play them tough. Coosa's found something in the last month, man. They're really playing well. Got a lot of confidence. Yeah, Dade, but closer than 27.5.
Yep.
This is a game that's gotten some buzz over on Twitter this week. Like I said, I don't make the spreads. I just write them down. Pepperell at Darlington. Darlington, a 29-point favorite.
I think that's about right, and I'm probably going to get slapped for it, but I think that's about right. It may hang around early, but I think Darlington is just going to, take over late.
I think Pepperell. I don't want to say backs against the wall, but it's going to be tough to make the playoffs unless you pull some upsets. And I think they're going to be coming in fired up for this game. I still think Darlington wins, but I think it's going to be really close. Yeah,
I like Darlington by 20, 21, 22. I can see it in that range. I mean, I agree with Chris. I think Pepperell comes in and plays a good game. They play inspired, but I mean that Darlington team is too talented. And our game of the week, Bowden at Christian Heritage. Number 1 Bowden versus number 15 Christian Heritage. The winner will be awaiting Mount Zion for the region championship. Loser will be awaiting Mount Zion for the 2 and 3 spot. Bowden 21.5-point favorite on the road.
Bowden wins this game on the road. Don't know about the 21.5. Think it may be closer. Christian Heritage definitely can hang in there, but I'll take Bowden in this one.
I think we saw Christian Heritage play Mount Pisgah last week, and they've got an excellent quarterback, much like Bowden, Jack Sendoya. I think he's a 2,000-yard passer already this season, but I think Robert McNeil is a little bit better than that, and I'm going to go with Bowden here. I think this is going to be a very enjoyable football game you get to watch there Friday night, Lawrence. Yeah,
Beasley, Harbinson, you add him in there with Robert McNeil. Too much talent on the Bowden side. I think Christian Heritage would have to play a perfect game to pull the upset. Eli Thomason, man, is a name that we don't talk about a lot, but I just saw a tweet this week where he's on track to go over 1,000 yards rushing, 500 receiving, and averaging 12, 13 tackles a game. Kid's been great for Christian Heritage. I just don't think they have enough to pull the upset.
Yeah. Bowden's looking like a state champ to me.
All right, fellas. We kind of went over our games of the week. 14 games on schedule this week. Not much variety. I won't be catching Benton this Friday night. It doesn't look like. I don't even think we picked one different, did we? I think we're chalk, as they say, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, playoffs, man. Let's talk playoffs. We talked about the single A Division II, Bowden, Christian Heritage, Mount Zion. They're going to do a round robin, getting ready to get that started Friday night. Who do you guys like in that one?
Yeah, I like Bowden, Christian Heritage, Mount Zion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Christian Heritage Mount Zion game is going to be really good for that 2 spot. It's going to be a pretty close game, but from what I hear, Mount Zion's been banged up a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I'll go Bowden, Christian Heritage, Mount Zion. 7A, we were talking about. You still got 3 undefeated teams: Darlington, Tryon, Pepperell, all battling out for a top spot. Dade County and Coosa battling for that 4th spot or the 4th playoff spot. Who do you guys like in that one?
I like Darlington, followed by Tryon, Pepperell, and then honestly, I don't know. I've kind of been back and forth on the Dade Pepperell, whether I want 3 or 4, but I think that's your 4 playoff teams.
Yeah, that's my 4.
And
I think Darlington wins it.
Coosa just barely misses. I think the Coosa Pepperell and Coosa Darlington game are going to be interesting.
Yeah, I have to agree with those 4. I think the advantage that Dade has is they get Pepperell at home. But I like Darlington, Tryon 1 and 2, and then the winner of Coosa, a winner of Dade, Pepperell 3 and 4. Big one for you guys, man, or for Chris. 7AA. Things are starting to heat up. Rockmart, obviously the top spot. I mean, if anybody on here tells me that Rockmart's not going to be the one, I'm just going to go ahead and turn you off. But
they're going to be tough to beat.
It's tough to beat. Who do you guys like? 2, 3, and 4.
So I'll go with North Murray. I know Fannon's a little bit banged up. I think they're in there. And Model. I think Model can make it. I think they've shown that they can play some ball. They offensively, which we haven't seen a lot over the years. But man, they've really busted out of their shell this year.
And for that reason, along with that defense over there at Model, I like Model at 2, North Murray at 3, and I think Fannin Harrelson is they're battling for the 4, but I think Fannin pulls out the 4 seed there.
Yeah, we'll find out a lot after Friday night. If Model wins and North Murray wins, like we said before, North Murray and Model would battle for the 2 seed, and that would put Fannin and Harrelson County in a head-to-head game for the 4 seed.
Wow.
I mean, so
Yep.
it'd be huge. I like, right now, I like Rockmart. I know I said if Model beat Tryon, they'd be the number 2 seed. But, man, I like North at number 2 right now, Model at 3, Fannin at 4. I just think the offense at North Murray's tough, man. I know the defense at Model's improved, but, I mean, North putting up 40 points a game, that's tough to stop. I think the only team that can stop them is probably Rockmart. AAA, 6 AAA, Daresville Tigers. Man, anybody disagree that the Daresville is the number 1 seed?
Nope. Clear cut.
And who do you like 2, 3, and 4? I think the 2 is pretty much set also. The Ringo Tigers.
Yeah, big win the other week. Ringo is going to be the 2. I like Bremen at 3 and Kahula at 4, making the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Ringgold at 2 and Creek at 3, Bremen at 4.
Yeah, I don't know where that game's played. I haven't looked ahead to see where Kahula and Bremen are playing.
It is at Kahula.
At Kahula. Yeah, I'll go Kahula 3, Bremen 4. And then they get to travel to Cedar Grove and Carver, Atlanta, and Sandy Creek the next Friday night.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Congratulations.
4A. Anyone think Cedartown's going to get upset?
Well,
No, thank you.
now looking at it, no.
Cedartown the 1. I think Sonoraville. Have they wrapped up the 2 yet?
I think they're pretty close to wrapping up the 2. The way I looked at it.
Well, and then who do you like in 3 and 4?
Central. I like Central and Heritage. I know it's going to differ, but I think they're going to do it.
I still like Northwest at the 3, and then the Heritage Central game. That's going to be your 4 seed.
Yeah, Chris here. He likes Cedartown, Sonoraville, Northwest, and Heritage.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that Heritage Central is going to be very interesting. The winner of that game will be your 4, I think. But I tend to agree. I think Heritage has got a real good shot. They got a veteran team, but then you got possibly a little more athletic team in Central. They've been trying to prove themselves to us all year.
Yeah.
I think I like Central. I'll go with Central at 4.
Yeah, I think it all depends on how Heritage recovers after last Friday night. If they lost any confidence after that Cedartown game. I mean, they took it on the chin. I think they'll come out next week, play tough. Cedartown, Sonoraville, Northwest, Central. I'll go Central. Toss up though between Heritage and Central. 5A, man, the one we were talking about earlier. This one is like wide open right now.
Yeah. I think currently Dalton is the number 1 team currently, right?
Yeah, Dalton is the only unbeaten team in 7-5A at 2-0, and they still have Calhoun and Cartersville on the schedule.
Yeah.
How do you guys see that one playing out?
Well, the good news for Dalton is they've already got that win over Hiram. Calhoun took the loss to Hiram, and Cartersville's got them this Friday. So I do think Cartersville and Calhoun they finish in them home playoff spots. But Dalton, I like Dalton at 3. I like Hiram 4.
Yeah, and if it plays out and everybody beats who they're supposed to beat, Calhoun with the tiebreaker over Cartersville will get the 1 seed. Cartersville 2. If Dalton beats Cass Friday night, Dalton, the least they can get is the 3rd seed. And it pretty much comes down to Hiram and Cass for the 4th spot. And I like Hiram.
Unless Hiram beats Cartersville Friday.
Unless Hiram beats Cartersville.
And then we're back to where we were before. Just a mess of a region to figure out.
But what if Cass beats Dalton like I did on my upset special of the week? And that means you'd be looking at Dalton going from 2-0 to 2-3 if they lose to Calhoun and Cartersville at the end of the year.
Yeah,
so then you'd have
like a 3-way tiebreaker between Hiram, Cass, and Dalton, and all that tie-breaking stuff comes into effect.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
We'll just let them play it. Just have a quarter against each other.
Yeah,
that's the best way to solve a tiebreaker.
I'm not sure if I like that neither.
No,
because a quarter that's not real. I mean, you can't play a whole game, so I wouldn't play anything. I would say you have to have something predetermined, which they do. So
yeah, and I wish they all had the same one.
Yeah, I wish it was. I mean, maybe total points. I don't really like the most wins because what if you got a lackluster non-region, and you just Anyway, I don't think you should be rewarded for that or discounted for scheduling tough.
Yeah, 6A, man. Rome Wolves. I mean, they wrapped it up last weekend. Showed that they're the number 1 team in that division. Held Sequoia to 13 total yards. Sequoia is supposed to be the number 2 seed.
Yep.
Wide open after that,
River Ridge and Creekview for the 3-4, I believe.
Yep.
I think they still have to play.
Yep.
And Carrollton. I think Carrollton wins every region. I mean, they were preseason number 3, but I mean, Juju's been spectacular this year. I think they get the 1 seed.
Yep.
I think the challenger would be Westlake, correct?
Yep.
And when do they play?
I'm thinking it's next Friday night. And I got to looking at it. I think Carrollton's a couple of touchdown favorite over them right now. And I think we covered everybody. The Gilmer region, I think it's 5 AAA maybe, or
7-3.
7 AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Gilmer sliding into the 3 spot over there.
Yep.
And Pickens the only other team that we cover from that area. Unfortunately, I don't think Pickens makes the playoffs.
All right.
Well, all right, guys. Appreciate you joining us. Week 9, 3 weeks left in the season, man. It's hard to believe that it's almost over. I got a feeling we'll have quite a few teams that play deep into the playoffs.
Yep. There's a lot of contenders.
We'll put some more information out this week about our new partner there, Mathewson's Mini Helmets, man. Head coach up in Iowa does a great job with mini helmets. But we'll put all that information in the link in the bio and show you some examples of what kind of work the guy does, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. See y'all next week.
See you guys
Friday night.